Hello, this is Åsa, and today I'm sharing a layout that I weren't really pleased with. But the fun thing is that I got my new crayons. It's the Neocolor 2 ones, and I ordered a selection just to try them out, and I love them. They are absolutely everything that I didn't find with the gelatos. I'm not a gelatos girl, but these are lovely. I don't know really where I heard about them the first time, but then Irit Landgraf here at YouTube mentioned them when we were discussing the gelatos over at Facebook, and I wanted to check them out. So when I ordered my the Pro Marker pens that I needed, I saw that they carried these at the same store. So I tried out a bunch. What you see now is that I'm making a color swatch just to test the color and the quality of the pens. So I'm just scribbling a couple of lines on a piece of watercolor paper, and I'm adding water to see how they blend, and then I will write the name on these tags, and I'll place them on a ring. You'll later see how that looks. But they are really nice, and they are not as smooth as the gelatos, not in any way. They are more like the children's crayons when you first draw with them. Perhaps they give off a little bit more pigment, but when you add water is when the magic happens. So this layout, which is going to follow, will be my first attempt to actually use these lovely crayons, Neocolor 2. And here's a photo of what my color swatch looks like at the moment. I have added the dilution inks, my Neocolor 2s, and also my paint daubers, distress paints. I have chosen a photo of our new bridge. My town is situated in kind of a bay, and that bay is between two mountains. And due to several reasons, for example air quality, they decided to build a bridge over the bay so that you can go around our town if you don't need to visit it, if you're just passing by. And this bridge has been in the making for several years now, and the photo that I am showcasing here is of the finished bridge when it was finally whole. I have lots of photos of the building because I think bridges are, it's something special with bridges. I really love them. All type of bridges, really. I think it's got a nice message. A bridge. It's something that's very important, philosophically speaking. So, and it's very symbolic. So I am trying out my my paints, and I realized that I've added all really too much of the pigment. It's so strong. When you add the water, it just explodes off the page. It was really fun to play with, but for a scrapbooking layout, I don't think it worked. This is going to be the background, but I needed to tone it down, so I sprayed the background with some chalk spray from Tattered Angels in white. But it is still very bright, so I decided to put the photo on a large piece of vellum. I buy these vellums in A4, European standard size. It's a bit like letter, wherever you use letter size, as is in notebooks and binders, we use A4. and I decided to use the whole sheet on this page. As soon as I stuck it down onto the background, I realized that I was going to have a problem. So I went down to the basement where I keep my sewing machine, and I made a messy stitch all around the vellum. I think I went 3 times around the vellum, and I even drew a bit from side to side just to give it a less neat expression or impression. I did a really lousy job sewing, so the vellum didn't stick flat to the background. So to get rid of some of the tension of the paper, I cut out a large piece where I'm going to put the photo. I wanted to mix it up a bit, so I decided to add pattern paper behind the photo, and I pulled out a couple of collections that I thought had these color scheme, a bit like pastel and a bit watercolory. And I went with the whole rainbow as usual, and I found a couple of pages that I liked. That black and white striped paper will be the one that my photo sits on, and I think it makes a fun impact. And I will later stamp on the page in black, so it will be continued on other places of the layout. Like I said previous, this layout isn't one of my favorites, but I really wanted to show these lovely watercolor crayons. So it's got really a style that is very different from what I'm normally doing. I'm chalking the edges of everything so that it sticks together a bit better, and I will just adhere them in a stack. Here are the stamps that I were considering for this layout, and I will decide on that long chevron border, and this is what the layout looks like when I've stamped the chevron and also a couple of rounds with a roller stamp. I'm writing a bit of a journaling to the right of the photo block, and I'm just telling the story that I when this layout was when this photo was taken, the bridge looked like it was done, and it still took a long time before we could use it, and we still haven't used it. It will be the first time we can go on the bridge is on December 18th 2014, so it's soon, just a couple of days. So here are some close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this process video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. This is Åsa. Bye.